Alright. This is going very short video, so. Well, I don't know. It probably won't be. It'll be a medium rare video, I guess. Because I do have to set a few things up, even because this is being done live right now. So, if you're watching this in the future, that's why you can feel free to skip ahead if you just want to get right to the build. Just skip ahead in the video where you see me with the menu open. Alright. No, did not mean to click that. But yeah, this is going to be my official vampire tank build video, so. And I'm not gonna say it's 100% done. Like, it's not min-maxed, because all my gear is purple instead of orange, but we'll get to that. But, yeah. We'll see. And as you can see, the bullshit at the bottom. The only reason I have a ESO Plus is because I wanted to get a few crowns. And if you get ESO Plus, you get a month of it, and you get 1,600 crowns, which is a better deal than paying $15 for 1,500. So that's the only reason that bullshit's there. But yeah, we'll show this off, then we'll show off a little combat. Just give me another second. We'll go through in depth. Okay, now that's open. Alright. Alright. Now, oh wait, here's that bullshit. Let me grab that right quick. We lit! Okay. We paped up. Alright. Alright, first off, I guess we'll just start with the inventory. Well, actually, that's a lie. We'll just look at the character thing first. We got 14k magicka, 17k stamina, 59k health. I did have different that boosted my health up to like 62k, but the amount of spell and physical resistance penalty you had to take was not really worth it. So, and I wouldn't have as much stamina. Like, the number wasn't that much lower, but you could really tell the difference. And then with the health, you couldn't really tell. So I got all the points into health, which is another reason the health is so high. Down here, active effects, we got the Lord to crank your health up even more. For the food, I don't remember if that's the one I usually use or one of the crown things. Minor, I don't know what that's from, to be honest. Is that like go? That's probably one of our abilities or something. And then we're on Vampire Stage 4, as you can see, because the health, because this is a build more so for dungeons. Obviously, it works just fine in PvE as well, but that's why it's Vampire Stage 4, because having no health recovery in a dungeon doesn't really matter. And as you will see, it doesn't really matter in PvE either. And our character's name is Brock Lesnar. So, and as you see, I have all glass armor. glass weapon. That's like the, not transmorg, but whatever you want to call it. Because as you will see, here's all this shit. Alright. So our main weapon is the Warrior's Poet Mace. And as you can see, we got 5 out of 5. We'll look at that after I go through all this crap. Our shield is the Steadfast Hero Shield. And as you see, this has more spell and physical penetration bonus. And then deals magic damage, and like the restoration of 397 health doesn't really matter. That was just, if I could find a better Warrior's Poet, well, if I get a different one, it'll probably be a legendary, but none of the guild sellers like ever have legendary stuff at all. Especially not ones you're looking for. There's our shield, and then the backup is just bullshit I just put on there just to have something in the slots. Those aren't for anything. Got the Warrior Poet Helm. As you'll see, we have all heavy armor. Warrior Poet Cuirass. And you see that has our boosts our recovery a little bit. There's more armor, more Mundus Stone, which is more health. For the Warrior Poet Shoulders or Pauldron. Steadfast Hero Girdle, which the Steadfast is our 2 set. Because with the 2 set one, I swapped out this one for one that gave you more health, like I was saying earlier, but that doesn't really... When you have 59,000 health, buffing that up to 62,000 isn't as much of a difference, so I took the extra armor for more resistance. And then Plague Doctor is our other 5 out of 5 set to give even more health, and that is Mundus Stone. This one I could replace because it's well fitted, which isn't the best bonus, but I just haven't bothered to check. And then if I'm going to upgrade, I would probably just wait and see if any of these garbage guild sellers have, you know, legendary versions. And then the Sabatons, so. And then, oh yeah, in the appearance we got this that I put on just to flex, I don't know. And then Plague Doctor Necklace, Warrior Poet Ring, and then Plague Doctor Ring to round out the 5 out of 5 for both of those. So, Plague Doctor, 5 out of 5, just more health, more health, more health, and then more health. That's, yeah. And then with this is more armor than more health. Oh yeah, I'm retarded. I forgot this set. Gain minor toughness at all times, increasing your... That's why we had minor toughness. I'm retarded, I guess. I'm a little bit brain dead. That's why we had minor toughness, though. But, so you get even... See, I'm not sure... Like, that minor toughness, I assume... I'm not 100% sure if that's reflected up here. I assume it would be. Actually, let me check that right quick. Go into this, unequip, 55k. I did not mean to. What the fuck? Alright. Oh, okay. Well, I did not mean to do that. What the fuck? Alright. So yeah, I guess it is calculated into it. Alright. Just wanted to double check that, just because, you know, some games will add it on your overall card, some won't. Okay. For the skill, did I set up? No, I didn't. Okay, so this skill setup is the Pve setup. I haven't done the actual dungeon setup. If I do, I guess I'll like go over it because it's pretty simple. But yeah, for the PvE, okay, well right now some of these are just on there to try and get this up to 50 right now. But and then I'm gonna get shield wall to morph. I don't even know what the morphs of those are, but right now shielded assault I like just because it, you know, uh, stun locks enemies. I'll show that. And the gripping shards, the reason I'm using this, as you see right there at the bottom, damage done is based on your max health, and we have hella health. So this does pretty decent damage for PvE. Green Lotus, as you can see, is our thing for PvE to counteract Vampire Stage 4, because you don't have any passive healing when you're Vampire Stage 4. But like, if you go into a dungeon, I would recommend lowering to Vampire Stage 3. But for PvE, the ability to go invisible after sprinting for 3 seconds is, you know, a little too good, because you can just sneak past dungeons solo and crap. So, and then Power Slam is just on the bar to level up Sword and Shield quicker. And then Growing Swarm is pretty good. I think it's probably the best ability for PvE with this character setup, because as you can see, increases damage taken by enemies by 5%, and then it's also a dot. It does 4,800 over 10 seconds, which the damage isn't the best, but the 5% is a boost. And then the alt is just the vampire alt, which I would highly recommend over any of the other alts, even the healing ones, because this one instantly refills your health no matter how much you have missing. So, and most of the other healing abilities, as you'll see, I don't use because they just don't heal enough, and our magic count is pretty low. So, but yeah, this is the PvE setup. The main things, well, I'll show you, but I mainly just use the gripping shards, growing swarm, and then Green Lotus if I need to heal. And then I goof around using shielded assault, just, you know, to knock down enemies. And then, like, you literally never have to use the alt ever, in PvE at least. And then in PvE, well, dungeons are still PvE, but if the healer is like a retard, or if the healer is somebody who's not a healer but they queued as a healer because it gets into dungeons quicker. Yeah, but yeah, the usual rotation with this bullshit is I don't know, I haven't attacked any of these. I don't know if it dies really quick, but I just hit it with the dot, use this circle so I can heal on every hit I do, and then smack it. As you can see, we're standing in the fire and you pretty much take no damage. But that's that. I'll show off what I would I guess what I would suggest for the dungeon setup, which I was gonna wait to make after I finish all the story in the game. As you can see right now, by my journal, I still have Imperial City, Somerset, Vardenfell, and then, well, that's just that bullshit, but I've done all the other main missions in the game. So, and then East March is just, well, yeah, gotta do that still, but Alright, but for the dungeon, since you will be playing pure tank and you won't be DPSing except with your weapon, uh, things I would, like, I haven't perfectly set it up yet for dungeons because I haven't, done any ones where your build actually matters. But, which one is it? Is this the one? Oh yeah, Ice Fortress. And then, okay, that's just the healing shit. Well, the healing with this scales off your max health as well. But, I'll show you the better healing ability in a second which is shits on this one. And then Shimmering Shield, I mean, see, like, I wouldn't really recommend Shimmering Shield because with the projectiles, and the fact that that eats up magic a lot. But hold on, let's weapon swap right quick. Let's set this up and actually fucking set this up. So I would definitely recommend Ice Fortress because as a tank, obviously you want more resistance, and then this is also a buff to your team, so, and tanks are supposed to, buff the team, not that you come across many tanks in this game that actually do that. Healers as well, but then obviously you got all the passives, just, because once you go through the stories in the game, in all the locations, you end up with so many fucking extra points. As you see, I have 77. Like, I'm never going to use all that. So. Then with green balance, wait, did I miss any? No. Alright. But with green balance, as I was saying, all the healing ones on here are so dog shit that, because we have so much health that, like, 4,000 is nothing, you know what I mean? And they don't scale with how much health you have, so. None of, okay, Green Lotus, I'm not sure if we'll have room for it or not. But we'll just slap that on there for now. Because I don't remember, because like I said, haven't done any of the setup for dungeons. And then this, the Bull Netch might, because it gives you stamina and it casts for free. And then this bullshit, I don't believe any of this stuff was relevant. See, this is because it gives you a nice fat damage shield for 6 seconds, but that's not really that relevant, considering that eats up stamina and then, well, you need that to block with your shield. So, and stunning just one fucking enemy ain't really that good in dungeons. And that bullshit and that bullshit, like. And here's all I gotta still get to 50 for that, but that's why I was debating whether to do this now or, after I actually get all the stuff, but it's whatever. And then the coup de grace down here. Oh yeah, I don't remember what that bullshit does. Oh yeah, it just does that, but I mean, it's actually not too bad, but I'm pretty sure. What did this grant? See, that does major resolve as well. So it's like, did I read that right? Yeah, see, that grants the same thing, so there's no reason to use a movable, because a movable doesn't give it to, just making sure, double checking, it doesn't give it to your teammates, so that's why Ice Fortress is clearly superior. Plus, this uses stamina, and that other one uses magicka, and then stamina is more critical to, block with your shield, like I was saying. And then Vampire level 10. This is where the coup de grace is, as I was saying. You definitely want to have this as your emergency button for the alt, because as you see, instantly puts you up to full health, just in case you have a brain dead healer that doesn't know how to do it, which you will come across a lot, trust and believe, if you're queuing with randoms anyway. And then it instantly ups your health, magicka, and stamina. And you also heal for damage you deal, which, like I said, that's just your emergency button right there. Because right here is, where are these other ones? Oh, I was looking, I'm retarded. I was reading that, for some reason I was mixing up this shit with the Drain Vigor. Alright. See this shit right here? Simmering Frenzy? It just eats your health too quick to be relevant. Like, it will zap your health in an instant, even though we have a ton of it. But, Drain Vigor is going to be a major state in your dungeons. You want to slap that. I'm not putting it in the slots I would actually use it on. I'm just equipping it for now. Because as you can see, it's based off, anything that's based off a percentage is usually better, especially if you have a fuck ton of health. So the damage it deals is irrelevant, but healing for 23% of your missing health and restoring stamina is the way to go. Because stamina, obviously, as I was saying, you use that to block. And then 23% when you have 59,000 health, yeah, that's a lot of health. So this is your, I guess, pre-emergency button, I guess, if you want to call it that. You just slap that if your health is getting low and your healer is a brain dead idiot that should probably not have queued as a healer. And then Stupefy is also really good. It's not really something I would recommend for PvE, because you don't really need to stun anything, because you have so much health and kill everything quick enough that it doesn't, like in PvE, I've literally not died once, unless it was, falling too far off a mountain or something, which that does happen. And see, Mistform, unfortunately, it's a magicka per second, and we don't really have that much magicka, so it's basically no reason to, use that bullshit. And as I showed earlier, we're Vampire level 4, which, as I was saying, I would recommend being level 3 for dungeons and level 4 for PvE, but that's dependent on you. Because you can get away easily with Vampire level 4 in dungeons. It's just you might end up needing a healer that's not a brain dead idiot sometimes, but this build has a lot of self-sustain, so. And then I see up here, did I put, hold up. Oh yeah, I did put Green Lotus on, okay. Because Green Lotus combined with, well, the Bull Netch is just to, make sure you have stamina to block crap. Then there's your heal, as I was saying. And since it's percentage of your health missing, you don't really just want to hit this when you know you're down to like 80% health or something. You want to, wait because it gives you way more benefit. And Stupefy is just to, stun everything. And then Ice Fortress is the one thing, it lasts for 21 seconds, so I mean, you're not going to be popping this all that often. So, and this is just to help you and your teammates. And then your emergency button, which is the Vampire Alt. And see, Green Lotus, you could probably swap out for some other crap, but because it heals like some, but it's not crazy for dungeons. Then down here you have all this shit like the sneaking and that, and this is the reason why I was saying you should be at least Vampire Stage 3 for this build. Because, 30%, well, up to 30% less damage taken will help as a tank, and then that shit. And then that's the Stage 4 thing, which works really well in PvE. And down here we just got, like, the Blade of Woe, just because that's kind of a goofy thing. Then Intimidating Presence, so you have more dialogue options. Same thing with Mage's Guild. And then the Finders Keepers, which opening the Thieves Guild chests doesn't really matter, but it's still there. And we're a Nord, because the passive ability is irrelevant, but like 15 extra minutes, like that don't fucking matter. Then this gives us more max health, which, yeah, and then immunity to shield, which, that is what it is. And then more stamina, obviously, because we're going to be wanting to block shit. And then when you take damage, you gain ultimate, so. And then just more resistance to make us more of a tank. And then none of that bullshit matters. I never do any of it, because no one cares. Well, at least I don't. So that's the build for both dungeons. Obviously, once that's 50, I'm gonna hit up the battlefield mobility, and then, like I said, probably more shield wall, just for the hell of it. But also, I would recommend, I forgot to switch it out after because I was leveling Vampire to level 10. But for PvE, it's probably a decent idea to put on Wild Guardian. Or for PvE, not dungeons. Just because it's a little bit extra damage. And you're literally never going to use the Vampire alt in PvE outside of dungeons. So that is what it is. And then these, like, eventually I'll probably swap this out for the Vigor Drain, and then swap this out for the Bull Netch, but I'm not going to do that until this is level 50, so. Because if you were not aware, if you have stuff on your bar, it gives you a little extra XP. So, like stuff from the skill line. So, having Shielded Assault and Power Slam gives me, I've never looked up the percentages, but I would recommend having 2 if you're going to try to level it up quicker. But because once you get to 3, it doesn't really seem like as much of a difference, just going by pure sight. But that's that. I'll play the game a little bit, just to show it off. We'll continue the Divine Intervention mission right quick. Here in Vardenfell. Just to show it off. But yeah, the improvements that I would make are just, you know, getting legendary versions of the gear instead of purple. But I'm not one to craft and upgrade stuff myself, so I just check some once in a while, see if there's any legendary versions. But I don't even know if this game calls the stuff legendary. But wait, what did I fucking... Oh, never mind. I was just on the wrong... I don't know why it switched bars. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't show the food buff. I forgot about that, sorry. Alright, well, the current... I'm using the Crown Fortifying Meal right now just to get rid of it. But the usual one I use is the Longfin Pasty with melon sauce. So... And then... I can't remember, before you're level 50, there's another one. It's not as good, but it's pretty close. Because there's like the Witch Mother's Brew, but there's one that is better. You don't have to be level 54, I don't remember the name though. You could just go to any of the guild stores really, and then look at the consumables and find one that's, you know, really cheap. Okay, so let's spawn this, because the bear will give us a little more DPS. Like, if you want, you can just leave the Scion alt on if for some reason you want to have that emergency button instead of the bear to give you... Because the bear doesn't really do anything. It really just distracts an enemy. It does a minuscule amount of damage, but I guess it kind of adds up. But yeah, you do that, hit your circle, and then you just hit stuff. So, and it's not really critical to hit it with the dot and triangle every time, but alright, let's where's this shit at? Alright, so we should have portaled with the thing. But yeah, actually, we should probably just portal to an area with enemies and just show that off instead of doing the actual mission right quick. Unfortunately, this area doesn't really have enemies to show it off. I guess we'll show it off on this big boy. Hit him with that, hit him with that, and you do that, and you basically just face take everything. Like you see, he did his super crazy, you know, move out of the red just to not look like a total idiot. And then whenever the dot's done, you just reapply it. And then when that timer ticks down, you hit circle again. And then, yeah. But, let me take... I forgot I put that on. Hold up. I don't even remember which thing that's under, to be honest. Oh, I know, I'm stupid. Alright. Just take that crap off. So we can flex our full, glass armor. Haha! What y'all know about that, though? Alright. Can these even... I don't remember. Okay, it does go through lava, but yeah, you just hit the dot, hit double dot, and then... Pretty good damage for outside dungeons, considering we have, you know, everything put into health. So, and there's the vampire ability kicking in. As I was saying, it's really good to just run through. Actually, is there like a oh, that's a trial. Who cares? Let's just go to an area like, where's the desert? Kind of a nodding with all the, alright. I know there's a bunch of enemies over here because this is the path to where I would farm stuff, just like kill the enemies over to level stuff up. But for this character, I decided to actually go through the story of every area, including all the DLC. So, if anyone has questions, leave them in the comments. I know I probably didn't give like an great in-depth explanation, but I mean, if you can't, you know, just look at it and infer. It's kind of chalked anyway for you, so. Alright, so let's just test this out. Like, do that. That. If you want to, you can do that, knock them down just to goof around a little bit. Because, as you can see, you're not going to really need any of the actual healing abilities outside of the one we have on Circle. So, it's just, you can knock, and I forgot that the bear actually knocks things down. That's crazy. But I won't keep this up too much longer because I want this to be an actual build video. Although I guess it doesn't matter because people just watch the build part and then it doesn't matter that there's extra after it. Like if you're watching this in the future, this is the part and you were only here for the build, you can turn off the video now. Because the rest of it's just going to kind of be goofing around a little bit, showing it off. Showing off that it does indeed output some decent damage. Even though we have everything into health and all that. Then obviously if you're in dungeons, you're not going to, you know, be focusing on damage output. You're going to mostly be blocking crap. And then, actually, I guess we could show the dungeon kind of. I haven't, like, perfected it. As I said, I haven't really done any dungeons with an actual setup. But, obviously you got this, which refills your stamina. So, you'll be wanting that. And then, I'll probably swap the triangle back to circle just so it's circle on both bars, but there's that. So when you're swinging, and I'm trying, then L1 is the heal, then square, that's the thing you want to keep up at all times for you and your teammates. So there's that. And then like obviously the triangle when you're, but I mean like the triangle thing isn't really necessary. Like it is, but it isn't. Like I might replace that, to be honest. But then obviously you'll have the stun, and I'll just show that right quick. It just stuns them, and it's obviously a AoE stun. And I'll see if he can deal some damage to us right quick. Alright, then like the heal, you just go bada bing. But as you can see, oh yeah, you can't attack or anything while the heal is going, but it heals you for 23% of missing health, so if we let this sucker get us down a little bit to show that off more. Then we can hit that. Lasts for 20 seconds. 2 buffs. See, I don't get why that thing goes away, even though we're supposed to have it at all times. Oh wait, no, that was a... What ability? I'm stupid. I forgot that's the other thing. Yeah, but I'm just curious how much it reduced the damage. Yeah, and see, we'll try to let this sucker, since we're vampire level 4, we don't have to worry about health regen making it so we can't, go down in health because the enemy is not hitting anything. So we're at 50% health. We hit him with that. Takes you from 50 up to 80, so, I mean, if you were lower, it's more of like a, I don't know, maybe 30% health button, depending if you're in the dungeon, but see, that's 7. See, I mean, this is out in the wild, though, so they're not going to actually be outputting that much damage either, but, and then, obviously, what you'll want to be doing is, blocking this bullshit. As you can see, when you have the nets up and you're out in this area, yeah. But, that's the gist of it. I mean, so basically, in the dungeons, you'll want to have your shield up. You want to keep that up for your teammates. You want to keep this up, And then, if you got to stun some shit, you just hit them with that. And, if you got to heal, you hit them with that. And see, the triangle button, I might actually replace that. How much damage does this do? I'm just curious, because this isn't the actual weapon as I was showing earlier. That's just that, okay. But, because in dungeons, you're not going to really be attacking outside of using it to refill your stamina by doing a heavy attack, which is, you can see. That was weird. It like refilled my stamina from the attack, but didn't do damage. That was funny. But I guess that's that. I'll take one last look. Hold up. Let me see something. I was trying to think of something to replace Green Lotus with on the other bar, because it's not really that relevant. But, I guess, actually, yeah, you probably would replace it with, Shimmering Shield. So, because none of the healing things are relevant, because it's not a healer. And we have so much health that you gotta have that to, heal yourself. And the bow nature's to keep your stamina up. I know I'm repeating stuff, but yeah, I would probably recommend, because, let me see. Oh, yeah, isn't this, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Because I believe, or, wait, does it only last that? Because, I don't know. Because, like, spin around you, absorbing up to 94,000 damage. But, I mean, I don't know about that now, because does that just go away after the 6 seconds or whatever? What is this? Nah, that shit's ass. But, yeah, I'm gonna get off here in a moment anyway, so. I was just looking for one last thing. What is, I know that just, like, most of this crap is poop, to be honest. And I wish, like, cause Frozen Gate could be good, but it's just not, you know? And then here, I mean, oh yeah, the taunt. Oh, see, the thing with this, though, like, yeah, it taunts them, but it, you know, oh, I guess that would probably be the correct fucking thing. Yeah, I forgot, I totally forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie. You can block is increased by 10%. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. That's better. So you definitely want that instead of, because this blocks all damage instead of just projectiles, so this is definitely better. I forgot about that because I haven't really looked at any of the one-handed shield abilities because I'm just trying to level that shit up. But yeah, I would recommend that for the. I know there was something in there I was going to use for dungeons, but I would definitely recommend that. So basically, keep that up. Keep this up. And then keep your shield up. And then try to keep that up. Well, I mean, you don't really have to keep that triangle ability up unless you're actually blocked. Like, it's more so just another heal because your L1 uses magic to heal you, and then your triangle is using stamina, so you can heal off of both. So, yeah, that's the better choice. And then you have your R1 stun to stun all enemies in front of you, and then since it's morphed to stupefy, they have less movement speed for an extra 5 seconds after the stun is done. And then the alt is just your emergency button. So basically you're just going to, you know, shield shit, make sure you keep square up, and make sure you keep your Betty Netch up. And then that's pretty much it. When the Betty Netch goes away, you just hit circle again. When the defense buff goes away, you just hit square again. And then if you need to heal, you can hit L1. If you need some quick artificial life points, you can just hit that triangle. So, and then, yeah. If you're getting swarmed, you hit them with that R1 stun, like bada bing. But, and then if you're getting raped and you have you have no stamina to heal and you have no magicka to heal, you pop your ult. So. But as you can, obviously, you would want to look at this bar for that though. Well, actually, I mean that's kind of like, see, we don't have what ability give? Hold up. Which one is this? Wait, what? Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. It's just because it's from the set. Duh. I'm a little stupid. But obviously I would swap that for that. So. But yeah, so you got that 59,000 health. And since you can essentially heal using magicka and stamina, you have over, in theory, you have over 30,000, whatever you want to call it, to heal, instead of only 14k or 17k, so. That's the setup. So, I'm gonna get out now, head out, but, I might actually play this on stream later tonight, I'm not sure, but as you all know, the stream has, not been able to happen just because of data changes. Alright, well, let me portal back here right quick. Alright, that's the build. Shout out to everybody who came through. I saw the viewers peaked at like 5, I think, so. Leave questions and comments below. But yeah, that's, like, I showed the main setup and then I kind of finessed a little bit and we kind of did a live setup of the dungeon or dungeon skills, I suppose. But yeah. So there's that. Be like, oh, I gotta heal right quick. See, it says 6. This game, like, oh, when you use your ability, it'll count down. Look how fast it counts down those seconds. But then when you're sprinting to turn into an invisible vampire, it's supposed to be 3 seconds, and it's like fucking the same amount of time. But that's gonna be that. Hope y'all enjoyed. Meow.